What is good, YouTube? You already know the deal right now. Getting into my push day. Yesterday was my pull workout, bringing you my standard warm-up routine here, guys. Cables to get a nice pump in the upper body, warm up the moving muscles, wake up the elbow joint. And you're going to be wondering, why am I doing a straight arm lat pull down on a push day? That's because the lats are the stabilizers when you're doing dips. You have to lock your lats into place. Your scapula stabilizes you. And again, it's an amazing movement for getting blood flow to the upper body without really fatiguing any other muscles right here. Remember, pushing, we're going to be training a lot of shoulders, chest, and triceps, which also, obviously, I'm going to be warming up also, right? And the shoulders, you see me here doing the face pulls. That's because external rotation, super important, especially before you're going to be doing heavy weighted dips, when you're going to be in a lot of internal rotation. And it's an amazing exercise in general just for posture and shoulder health. And then you're going to see me get into my next warm-up exercise, which is going to be a nice little tricep push down. So we're warming up all the prime movers, the shoulders, the triceps, here, the elbows to avoid elbow injury, to wake up the triceps again, wake up the elbow joint before we get into our heavy push workout, which I have planned today. And again, this is just a nice warm-up for overall blood flow around the upper body. And you're going to see I'm going to get into one other exercise right after this for the warm-up, and then you're going to see me starting off the push day, guys. Enjoy the video and enjoy the routine. What it is, YouTube, back with the Prez Friday, back on our push day. Yesterday's routine was straight pull work, heavy intensities or high intensities, low volume. That's where we're working at the 90% of our 1 rep max. And typically I've been training push and pull on the same routine, but my schedule's been a little off. I'm traveling over the weekend, that's why I decided to split it up. And because I had to hit heavy pulls yesterday, and I was on program to hit heavy weighted dips and close out the 130 for 3 sets of 5. I didn't want to overdo it on the nervous system. I'd rather have just saved all pull work for yesterday and kept my chest fresh and everything, and my push muscles fresh for today's push focus routine, right? And like I said, I got to close out the 130-pound dips today. Hopefully we're able to close out the 130 for 3 sets of 5. Last time I did them was 5 sets of 3. I'm skipping the 4x4 just because that's how the program's falling for me this week. And I feel like I could close it out today efficiently at the 3x5. And then we'll jump back up to 135 and keep progressing on the dips. Now I actually might tweak the dip routine up once I come back from the deload week. So remember, this is the 3rd week of the weighted pull program that I asked ChatGPT to write for me, right? And it's mandatory, or it's programmed in on the 4th week, which is going to be after I travel to Florida, which I'm traveling tomorrow. The next 4th week is going to be a full deload week. And then when I come back, I might start running a similar dip progression that I'm running on my pulls, right? Because the pulls have been making very good progress. And I want to see if I could jump up and weight a little bit quicker on the dips with less volume, right? The 5x3s, the 4x4, the 3x5s, that's 3 double progressions at the same weight, right? If I can moderate it where I'm doing like I'm doing on the pulls, where I'm doing a heavy day, a moderate day, and a light day, I might actually make faster and more efficient jumps in weight. So we're going to see. And like I said, the competition is April. I think it's like April 19th. So I still got I got all of February to train, all of March to train, and then some of April to train, right? So I still got at least 2.5 months to increase those numbers. So you just saw the warm-up, nice standard cable warm-up, guys. You know, I love to do the straight arm lat pull downs, and lats are your support on the dips, right? Your scapula and everything that stabilizes the body. So the lats are active when we're doing dips here. That's why I like to warm them up. Tricep push downs and the face pulls. Face pulls super important because they're putting the shoulders into external rotation. Whereas the heavy weighted dips, it's a lot of internal rotation, right? Then you just saw me doing a few dead hangs just to stretch the lats out and warm the grip strength up. So We got to build up to 130 today, so I'm going to do a few warm-up sets here. I'm probably not going to film all of them for you guys, but we're going to start with body weight, and I'm going to mimic the same reps that I do for the set. And I've always been, since I've been hitting the weighted dips lately, I've been really focusing on locking out every single rep and owning it, right? None of these type of reps. I'm trying to get full lockout every single rep to make sure my body really feels and gets accustomed and handles the load efficiently. So, few build-up sets before we get to the 130. Let's get it. Still warming up, guys. You saw the body weight set. I did a set with one of the 45s. Now I'm going to throw on 2. So 90 pounds for the next warm-up. And then I'll probably go straight in to 130, right? Maybe I'll hit 110 or 115, depending on how this feels. But the 45 was feeling real smooth. Let's see how the 90 moves. Remember, I don't want to build fatigue during the warm-up sets, right? I just want to acclimate my body to load. And my body's touched the 130 before, so it's not like it's going to be anything new today. Feeling pretty good. Maybe I'll touch it, another heavy weight set before, or maybe I'm going to go right into the 130. But you'll know when you see the next clip, guys. So, let's get it. All right, guys. We're going to go right into the 130-pound set. So, I got a 5 on that side, which you're going to see as soon as I stand up. I got the 2 45s, 1, 2, and the 35, right? So, 130 pounds. Which you're going to see, look. There's the 5 on the side. Boom. So 130. 3 sets of 5 today, guys. Let's get it. Nice, strong, controlled reps here. Let's fucking go. Probably an RIR 1 right there, RPE 9, so I might have had 1 more in the tank, which is perfect because as the sets build up, they'll probably get harder. Set 2 will probably be smoother because now my body's going to be acclimated to the weight again. And then the 3rd set might be a grind. It might not, though. Like I said, I skipped the 4x4 progression this week just because that's how my schedule fell, and I didn't want to prolong the weighted dip work, right? I need to make jumps and weight as frequently as possible, but as long as I have weight under control. So set 1 done. I'll give myself a good 4 minutes here. You're going to see my pops go. He'll be working at 15 pounds today on his dips also. Let's go. All right, guys. Second set, 130 pounds. Took a 5-minute break. And this again, so you guys can see. 2 45s, 35, and a 5 strapped on there. A $130. We're closing out 3 sets of 5 today. Let's go. Like I said, guys, full lockout every rep. Shoulder breaking 90, competition form, competition standard right there. Another 5-minute break. 1 more set. All right, guys, last set, best set. And you can see the way I've been strapping on, like I showed you yesterday in the pull video, much more efficient, right? I just take the strap off. It's already threaded through. I don't got to worry about clipping my fingers on the plates or anything. Just stand up, and we're ready to go. And like you can see, I've been getting much more efficient and comfortable training with the weights hanging low. I got good control over them. Let's get this. Last set, best set. 130 for 5. And like always, guys, I got to give you that pause rep on the last rep, right? Holding the bottom, making sure I own it under control, and then grinding through that lockout right there. Like I said, the last set, RPE 0. I mean, RPE 10, RIR, reps in reserve 0. I wouldn't have had another rep right there. It was a tough lockout, but we caught it. And that's all that matters there, guys. And you can see the first couple reps, reps 1, 2, and 3, they're flying, right? Because remember, I hit the 5 sets of 3s. My body's used to the 3s. Typically, it would have been 4 sets of 4. And that's why every set right now, after the third rep, I almost like reset, paused, and then went for 4 and 5. But that just shows I got the weight under control now, and we're ready to jump up to 135. So I'll be hitting 135 while I'm down in Florida. And then, like I said, on that 4th week, right when I get back, it'll be time for a deload. So my Pop's got one more set. Let's go. All right, Pop's getting into his 3rd set, 15 pounds. Let's go. A little lower, 1. Lock it, there you go, 2. There you go, lock it, 3. There you go, 4. Last one, best one. Get up, lock it, hold it. Good set. All right, guys, dip work is done. Like I said, this is a straight push day. Yesterday was all pull. So I'm moving on to barbell overhead press. I got 110 on the bar. Last time I hit 110, I did it for 2 sets of 6. So I'm either gonna go for 3 sets of 6, depending on how it feels, or I might just hit 2 sets of 8. If I hit 8 on the first set, relatively easy without going to failure, with at least 1 to 2 in the tank, I'll try to close out 2 sets of 8 with this. If I feel like 6 is still a struggle, I'll try to go for all 3 sets of 6. So, first set, let's get it. All right, not bad. Tougher 8 than I wanted, but we closed it out. I know with a good 3-minute break right now, I'll hit that other set of 8. So one more set of the overhead press. All right, guys, second set. So the first set to 8, like I said, that was RPE probably 9. Right? I mean, we had 1 rep in the tank right there, harder than I wanted it to be. So on this set, I might cap it at 7, which is still better than the 2 sets of 6. As long as, again, I don't want that last rep to be a grinder, right? If I feel 7 moves smooth, I'll go for the 8th one. We got it. I definitely could have grinded out 1 more if I really needed to right there. So perfect. 2 sets of 8 on the overhead press done. Probably gonna finish off with 1 more chest focused movement, lower intensity, much easier exercise next. So let's go. All right, guys, shoulder press is done. Like I said, finishing off with an easier movement right now. We're gonna go into some chest isolation work, cable flies. You could do this with dumbbells. You could do these on the rings. And the reason why I'm going to flies is because I already put a lot of stress on the triceps. A lot of lockout strength was done today on the dips, the overhead press, really focusing on getting full range of motion, locking out every single rep. So I don't need to put any more fatigue on the triceps. They got lit up already. And I don't want to stress the elbow anymore, right? This is just, again, gonna be nice isolation work for the chest. And obviously dips are gonna be super chest dominant. Overhead press, you're getting a lot of, mostly shoulders, but you're also getting a lot of upper chest activation with the shoulder presses also. So we're gonna stay with a nice mid fly here, guys. Trying to keep the volume around like 10 to 15. Not going to failure on these, right? Keeping at least 2 in the tank here. 12, perfect number. Got a nice burn in the chest going right there. And again, I didn't want to take the set too close to failure. The nervous system's already going to be stressed enough right now. Even though cable work doesn't stress the nervous system like barbell work and heavy dips, again, the chest already got a lot of stimulus on it already, right? So nice pump work here, saving some energy and some reps in reserve, which will, again, help with recovery overall. So like I said, might do 3 sets. You'll definitely see the next one if it's only 2. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Second set. And I'll know after how I feel on this set if I'm going to go for that 3rd or not. 12 feeling good and very stimulating. You see my pops getting the flies in also. When I was doing the barbell military presses, he was doing seated dumbbell shoulder presses. And he's just gonna go for 12s here also. 4, money. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Perfect. All right, so clearly you can see I'm going for the 3rd set. And again, that's because it was overall pretty low volume today on the push. Only 3 sets of dips, 2 sets of overhead press. And again, these are a lot lower systemically stressful than the first 2 movements. And that is a wrap for the routine, guys. Full push workout, chest and shoulders. Obviously, triceps got a ton of stimulation there also, guys. And you could say this is minimalist training again, because we're doing the highest bang for your buck movements, which are gonna produce the most adaptations, the most strength gains, right? So the weighted dips, guys, progressing week to week, just closed out to 130. The overhead press, progressed on that from the previous week, went from 2 sets of 6 at 110 to 2 sets of 8. So progress is there, right? That's all that the body needs for adaptation and for growth to happen, right? And for strength gains to happen. If you're progressively overloading, you're getting stronger from week to week. That's key, and then you know that your body is on point. And again, you don't want to do too much volume and hinder recovery. So guys, if you have a question or comment, you already know, leave in the comment section. Like the video, share with your friends and your family. If you want to keep making progress on your weighted pulls and weighted dips, follow the routine that I'm doing. And like always, I appreciate all support. Peace out. Barnaturals.
They all love to talk, you know they do that shit the most. Think you on my level, boy, but you ain't even close.